Hello to everyone for Excel Academy. APH is really glad that you are here today. For this week, today we have Dress for Success Part 2, and I'm all into those details. I like to find clothes. I want to know what I should be wearing. So Rosalee Pearson is here to be our teacher today, and she's going to tell us everything that we need to know. So I can't wait to dive in and get started.
Okay, hello everyone. It's so good to be back. I just had so much fun last time I was here, so I am glad to be back again today. So we are going to talk, let me describe real quick that I am a middle-aged woman with brown hair and it's shoulder length, and I'm wearing a dark blue shirt. And so I'm just going to dive right in and get started. So our learning objectives for today are, first, we are going to learn how to find clothes that fit. We started talking about this in the first session in Dress for Success Part 1, but we're going to go a little deeper into it this time. The second learning objective today is going to be learn how to do a final check before you leave the house so that you can make sure that you look good for whatever you're going to be doing. And we're also going to discuss basic tips for taking care of clothes. So last time, just as a reminder, last time we spoke about the right clothes for the right occasions. And at the bottom of the page, I have a picture of a man in a blue button-up shirt with a brown tie. And that represents wearing the right clothes for the right occasion. The second thing we spoke about last time was wearing the right clothes for the weather. And in the upper right corner of the screen, I have pictures of different weather. One is a cloud with thunder, not thunder, lightning. One is a cloud with a raindrop. One is a cloud with the sun over the top, and one is a cloud with a snowflake. We also talked about wearing the right clothes for the right temperature. Sometimes it can be really cold inside, even though it's warm outside. And we try to keep in mind that sometimes you need to bring a sweater, even if it's hot outside. So we had started talking about clothes that are too loose or clothes that are too tight last time. So I want to start out with why, and I will ask you this, why do you think you shouldn't wear clothes that are too baggy? And I'll give you a few seconds to think about that, and you can answer if you would like to. And Donnie said they're too tight. And clothes that are baggy means that they're big on you and that there's extra fabric. And one of the reasons why you might not want to wear clothes that are too baggy is that you could trip on the hem. Oh, and I looked over in the chat and it says that Monica says it doesn't always look good. And that's right. Sometimes clothes that are too baggy just don't look good on you. And it makes you look like you're just wearing a big bag. And so on this slide, I have a picture of a little boy wearing a brown suit and a white button-up shirt with a brown tie. But the suit is too big. His hands are still buried into the sleeves because his arms aren't long enough to go to the end of the sleeves. And on the suit coat, you usually want the bottom of the suit coat to hit you about mid-hip. But this one is hitting this little boy below the knees. And for the pants, the hem, and the hem is the bottom part where it is sewed so that it looks nice and it doesn't have a bunch of strings hanging off. So that bottom part, the hem, is sagging down and touching the ground. And so if you're wearing pants that are too big, you might trip on the hem. And then you could also get your hands caught in the sleeves if they're too long. Another thing to think about is if clothes are too big, then you might find yourself adjusting them a lot. You might need to pull up the pants. In fact, I have a story. The other day, I wore some pants that I hadn't worn for a while, and they were too big on me. And I wore them to work actually. When I got home, I put them in my pile of clothes to be donated because I spent the entire day pulling my pants up and trying to keep them up where they're supposed to be. And so people notice if you're constantly pulling your pants up or pulling your shirt so that it fits right. And so that's something to be aware of when you're choosing your clothes, is that you're not going to want to be constantly adjusting your clothes or tripping or having to pull your sleeves up so that you can grab things. So my next question for you guys to think about is, why should you not wear clothes that are too small? I'll give you a few seconds to think about that. Monica, in the chat, Monica said that it's because they are uncomfortable to wear. And in the chat, Donnie said they don't fit. And in the chat, Jennifer says that it would be uncomfortable to wear clothes that are too small. And Mike says they might rip. And again, Donnie reminds us that they don't fit. And those are all great answers. And for those of you that are watching this later, think about why you wouldn't want to wear clothes that are too small. And so some of the things that I thought of, let me first describe this picture. This picture on the left side of it has a picture of a woman who's wearing pants that are too small, and they're really squeezing around her hips. It's showing the back side of her. And so it's really squeezing her hips, and it's pushing the fat from her hips up, and it's squeezing out, and it is squeezing out above the pants. And we call that a muffin top. And we generally try to avoid that muffin top where you wear pants that are so tight that it squeezes your fat out. Everybody's got a little bit of fat, and so you have to be careful when you're choosing your pants so that it doesn't make the fat look even fatter. And then she's also wearing a tank top or a shirt in this picture that's really tight, that is really squeezing on that muffin top that I talked about. And it makes it look just really weird. And on the right side of this picture is a woman trying to get pants on, and she's really struggling to pull the pants together because they're too small. And so the ideas that I came up with why you wouldn't want to wear clothes that are too small is that they are constricting, and constricting means tight and really squeezy. And it can make it hard to move, and sometimes it makes it even hard to breathe. Sometimes if you've got pants that are too tight or even a shirt that are too tight, you might find that you run out of breath more easily. So you need to be aware of that. The next idea that I thought of is that it could show off parts of your body that you want to keep covered. Sometimes you want to make sure that you're covering up certain parts of your body, and tight clothes have a way of, instead of covering it up, it makes it look bigger than what it is. So like your backside, your butt, you're gonna want to cover that up. And so if you wear clothes that are too tight, it's not going to cover it up very well. And you need to be aware of what the expectations for the situation are. So when you put on a swimming suit, then sometimes it's okay to have the swimming suit, tight enough because that's what everyone's wearing. Or when I was a kid, I used to wear jeans and a t-shirt swimming. And because the t-shirt was too big, it would get in my way and it would be dangerous. And so that's what I mean by be aware of the expectations for the situation. If you're a cheerleader, then sometimes the cheerleaders wear short shorts or short skirts, and that's what the uniform is. But when you're going to school, you might not want to wear a skirt that's super short like that. The other thing to think about is that the way your clothes fit can send a message. So clothes that are too loose or too tight can say that you don't care about how you look. And I'm just curious, and you guys can answer me in the chat. Do you care how you look? Oh, and Mike's mom says that if your clothes don't make you look better, you're doing something wrong. And I agree with Mike's mom on that. Clothes can make you look so much better and can help you make your body look the way that you want it to look. And Monica said that she's learning more and more that it's important. She used to not to care, but now she wants a job. And that's really something to think about. When you're looking for a job, the way you dress sends a message to the person who might want to give you a job. If you're wearing clothes that are too baggy and you can't get your hands out of the sleeves, or you're tripping on the hems, then the message that you're sending to this person that you're wanting to get a job from is that maybe you can't handle this job because you are constantly going to have to be playing with your clothes. Donnie said that he cares about how he looks. What about those of you who are watching this recorded? Do you care about how you look? So another thing to consider is that fit can be a choice, but you need to make sure that you choose well. Some people like to wear baggier clothes, but again, remember, if you're wearing the really baggy clothes, that can send a message to other people. So we can practice figuring out what messages are being sent by, I have some pictures that I'll show you. I'll describe them to you first. And I want you guys to think, if you're at home, if you're watching this recorded, think about it. Think what message these clothes are sending. And if you're joining me right now, you can go ahead and answer in the chat what message the clothes are sending. So the first picture is a bunch of men wearing leather vests, and they're wearing some baggy jeans, and the vests have insignias on the back, and they're mostly all in black. What kind of message do you think is being sent by a picture, by someone wearing clothes like that? I'll give you a few seconds to think about it. Okay, so when I look at a picture like this and I see the leather vests and the baggy pants, I think that those guys are trying to send the message that they're tough, and they're all wearing matching things. So to me, it says that they're a group of friends that are interested in the same things, but that these are tough guys. One thing to consider, if that's the message that you're wanting to send, that you're tough, maybe you're sending that message to the people that you're trying to send it to, but you're also sending that message to people you don't want to send it to. So I might not want to go say hi to those guys because they look a little bit scary to me sometimes. Jennifer said that maybe they ride motorcycles, and I think that's a great assumption. It looks like they kind of are in a group that rides motorcycles together, which is so much fun. But it can also, those clothes can make people afraid to talk to you. It might make some people want to talk to you more. So just be careful of, again, the message that you're wanting to send. And Donnie says that he's on live. Hi, Donnie. It's good to see you again. Okay, this next picture I'll describe, and then I'll give you a few seconds to think about the message that might be sent. So this is a picture of a little boy wearing jeans that are a little tighter, not super tight, just a little tighter and tight on the ankles. And it also has, this little boy is wearing a white t-shirt underneath a plaid shirt. Plaid is a pattern that has a bunch of lines crossing over it. And the plaid shirt is open, showing the t-shirt. And then he's wearing a cowboy hat. And then on his feet, he's wearing cowboy boots. Now, you can answer me in the chat if you have any ideas of what message are these boys' clothes sending to you. And Donnie said he's a cowboy. I think that's the message he's probably wanting to send. Jennifer says maybe he likes horses, and Mike says that he's a cowboy, and Monica thinks that he's a cowboy too. So I think that those are probably good assumptions based on what he's wearing. And I think that's what he wanted us to think, that he likes horses and that he's a cowboy. So this next picture, what message might these clothes send? And I'll give you a few seconds. Oh, hold on. We have a hand up. Go ahead. Okay, who has their hand up?
I am pushing over Isabel.
Okay, perfect.
And Isabel, if you want to, you can unmute if you have something that you want to share. If you're able to unmute. While you work on that, Isabel, we'll try to circle back to see if you're able to do that in a moment, okay?
Okay.
So we'll go back with you, Rose.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. All right, so this picture, let me describe it. On the left, there's a young girl that is wearing a shirt that has black and white stripes on it, and she's wearing blue jeans that look to fit her pretty well. They don't look tight, they don't look loose. And on her feet, she is wearing, hold on, I need to move something so I can see. On her feet, she's wearing shoes that are called ballet flats. So they're just flat shoes with a bow on the top. And there's a little boy standing next to her. And on his head, he's wearing a snow cap. Where I'm from, we call it a beanie or a toque. And then on his, he's wearing a gray shirt that has buttons that start at about his chest and go up to his neck. And over the gray shirt, he has a plaid shirt with the arms, with the sleeves pressed, pushed up to his elbows. And he's wearing jeans that aren't very loose and aren't very tight. And then he's wearing gray shoes. So what kind of message do you think those two outfits are sending? You can go ahead and you can answer it in the chat box. So Jennifer says she thinks they're going to school. And that's what I thought when I saw this picture, that it looked like two kids that look like they're ready to go to school. And Mike says they look relaxed for school. And I agree with you. That, to me, that's the message that they're sending to me. Okay, this next one, it's a man who's sitting on a chair and he's wearing gray dress pants and a blue jacket, a blazer is what we call it, and a white shirt with a tie that is blue with white stripes. So if you see someone wearing a suit like that, what do you think the message is that he is sending with that outfit? I'll give you a few minutes to think about it, or a few seconds to think about it.
Well, what they're thinking about what that gentleman might be doing or wanting to show by wearing his suit, I want to let you know that we have Isabel back and that we can see if she's able to unmute herself. If she wanted to speak, she had her hand up.
Oh, perfect.
So just wanted to let you know.
Oh, perfect. Isabel, did you want to try and unmute yourself?
Isabel, you are a panelist and you can unmute yourself. While she's working on that, Rose, Mike here in our audience says that he thinks that maybe he's a business professional, maybe going to work.
Oh yeah, I think you're right. That's what it seems like to me, that he's ready to go to work. Monica says he works in an office. And I agree. It looks like he could be working in an office, a business professional. Sometimes, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but sometimes principals at schools will dress like this too. And so maybe he works at a school and it could be that he's the principal. Okay, thank you guys for sharing. I appreciate that. Okay, this last one. This is a picture of a guy who is wearing pants that come halfway between his ankle and his knee, and he's wearing a white shirt that has long sleeves. But these clothes are completely covered in mud and dirt. What do you think the message of these clothes is? What do you think he has been doing? If you want to answer in the chat, you can do that. I'll give you a few seconds to think about it. Donnie says he looks like he's been playing outside. I agree. Mike says that he's ready for a shower. Definitely agree with that, that he looks like he should jump in the shower and get cleaned up because he's pretty dirty. Jennifer wonders if he's a construction worker. That could be. It might be that he's been working and got dirty working. So good job. Thank you guys for helping me out with that. Okay, give me 1 second. All right. Okay, that's perfect. That's I was showing you guys that what you wear and the way your clothes, the condition your clothes are in, sends a message about you. And you guys did such a great job. Oh, Donnie says that he loves my accent. Thank you, Donnie. That's very nice of you. So the next thing that we're going to talk about is unflattering fit. So what I mean by unflattering fit is that it doesn't make you look better. I think it was Mike's mom that had said that if clothes don't make you look better, then you're doing it wrong. And this is where that comes in. At the bottom of the page, I have a picture of a woman wearing shirts that have buttons that go up. They're button-up shirts. But where the shirts have come together at the buttons, it's pulling tight. And so there's a gap where the shirt is opening up at the buttons. And This happens a lot of times when it'll happen with button-up shirts, and it happens because the bigger part of your body at that point is pulling and it's a little bit tight. So for girls, a lot of times it will happen around the chest, because for girls, a lot of times the biggest part of their body is their chest. For boys, it happens more commonly on their belly, because that can tend to be the place where it is the biggest. And so you want to be aware of the clothes that you're wearing and make sure that when you put them on, that on those tight parts of your where your clothes fit, that they aren't gaping open. One thing that I used to do when I would wear a button-up shirt is I would get my sewing machine and I would sew right along the edge where the buttons came together. And most of my button-up shirts were stretchy, so I could still put them on. And I would just sew by the buttons, so then they couldn't come apart and make a gap, but I could still wear a button-up shirt. There are companies where you can buy shirts that make it easier for you. Sometimes people struggle because maybe their hands are a little bit stiff, or maybe they can't work the button very well. And so there are companies who have made shirts that make it easier for people who can't use buttons very well. And so you can look for shirts like that, and that will also help with the button gap. And one thing that you might want to do is talk to your friends and your family and figure out what looks good on you. So I was talking to a friend the other day, and we were talking about skirts that we wear. And I tend to wear a skirt that's called a pencil skirt, because it just goes straight down and doesn't have many curves. Well, because I don't have many curves, the pencil skirt looks better on me and makes it look like I have the curves that I want to have. This friend of mine said that she can't wear an A-line skirt. Now, an A-line skirt is a kind of skirt that it fits you on the waist, but then it comes out towards the bottom. And she said that she likes those skirts, but she can't wear them because they don't look good on her. Well, if you don't know if it looks good on you or not, if you ask people around you to help you out, then you can figure out what looks good and what doesn't. Um, I was talking as when it comes to clothes, you can have unflattering fit, but then there's also unflattering colors. And some colors look really good on some people, and they look really bad on other people. And I have a sister who can wear yellow shirts and they look really good on her. But when I wear yellow shirts, they look really bad. I like to say that they give me hag undertones, which means I look like a witch when I wear yellow shirts, because it makes my face look yellow. So if you are not aware of what the color is doing, ask somebody and they can help you out and let you know. When it comes to fit, ask somebody. If you don't know if you can pull off some baggy pants, then ask someone, hey, do these look okay? If you're not sure if you can pull off wearing a cowboy hat, ask someone, do I look okay in a cowboy hat? And so at the bottom, I wrote, when in doubt, ask for help. And that's going to be my reminder the whole time, is that if you're not sure, ask for help. Okay, now we're going to talk about underwear. And I know that it can be an embarrassing topic sometimes, but I want to just talk about it like in a way that's not embarrassing, because underwear is a part of clothes and we all wear underwear and we need to be aware of our underwear. So it's meant to be under your clothes. That's why it's called underwear. So when you're getting ready for the day, you want to check and make sure that your underwear isn't showing. For people who wear bras, you want to make sure that the bra straps are tucked in. And when it comes to underwear, like shorts, boxer shorts or panties or briefs, you want to make sure that your pants are covering them up. You don't want your pants to be sagging down and showing off your underwear. You don't want to wear pants that are so tight. There's a thing that we call the underwear line, where sometimes when you're wearing pants that are just so tight, people can still see your underwear through your pants because the elastic presses into your skin and makes lines that you can see. So you need to be aware of that when you're getting ready. And if you're not sure if the underwear line is showing, then ask someone to tell you if they can see that underwear line, if they can see your underwear coming out above your pants. Make sure to be mindful of that. Another thing to be aware of is that dark underwear shows through light clothes. And I didn't put this, but light underwear can show through dark clothes too. So if you're wearing white pants, you might not want to wear black boxers that day because the black boxers will show through and everybody will see your underwear. Or if you're wearing a black shirt that isn't a very thick material, you might want to make sure that you wear a dark bra to go with it. There are different kinds of bras for people who wear them. You need to be aware of what you feel comfortable in and what's appropriate for your outfit. And that goes for underwear of all kinds. You're going to want to make sure that your underwear is comfortable for you because you're going to be wearing it all day long. And so make sure that you're comfortable in the underwear and that you can move around okay in it. So when it comes to bras, they're sports bras, and that's what they're used for, is for sports. And at the bottom, I've got pictures of bras. The one on the left are some sports bras. They really, they're a little bit more tight to keep you really secure. The middle one is an underwire bra that's more form-fitting. And then the one on the right is a strapless bra. And that's usually worn when you're wearing a dress or even a tank top and you don't want your bra straps to show, you would wear a strapless bra at that point. So the next one, I want to know, I'm curious, how many of you guys wear jeans? And you can go ahead and put that in the chat box. Just say yes if you like to wear jeans. Okay, Jennifer says yes, she likes to wear jeans. And Donnie says no, he doesn't like to wear jeans. Donnie, I'm curious, could you put in the chat box why you don't like wearing jeans? And then Monica says, yes, she likes to wear jeans. I wear jeans sometimes, and I like to wear them when I'm so jeans are what I call a versatile clothing, which means you can wear them for many different occasions. And I like to wear them when I'm relaxing, and I'll put a t-shirt with them, Or sometimes when I'm dressing up and I'll put a nice shirt with them. And Donnie says that he can't snap and unsnap the jeans. And that is a great example of why some people don't like to wear jeans. Sometimes, I don't know if you at home or you that are watching this later have noticed that when you're putting the jeans on, it's harder to get them done up. And it's harder uh, to, sometimes for some people, it's harder to pull them up. That's because they are made of a material that's called denim. Denim is really thick material, and jeans were actually originally made for miners, people that worked in a mine, and it made it so that they could wear these pants and the holes wouldn't rip through them as quickly. Because before the denim was made, holes would rip in pants really easily. Well, jeans are stronger and harder, but they're also more stiff. And so sometimes it's harder to get them buttoned up. Sometimes it's harder to pull them up. And then sometimes it's hard to move in the jeans. I know for myself, when I've just first washed my jeans and I put them on, they're a bit tighter than later on in the day after I've worn them. They loosen up and feel a bit more comfortable. And so that's because of the material denim that they're made out of. So I've got a picture of some jeans just to the in the center of this slide. And then next to it is a picture of a woman. She's also wearing jeans, but up top she's wearing a shirt that is it's very flowy, and it's very oh, and Donnie says that he doesn't like jeans because he's VI. And so her shirt's very flowy, and it's made out of a material that's called silk. And silk feels kind of soft, and it's very slippery material. I don't know if any of you have felt silk before, but it's a slippery material. And some people really like wearing silk. Some people really don't like wearing silk. I have a sister who has very dry hands, and when she touches silk, she doesn't like it because the silk tends to cling to her hands because they're dry a lot of the time. And so being aware of the kind of material that you like is important, because one person might love silk while another person hates it. Another kind of material that we commonly see is polyester. And polyester is a stretchy material. I have a picture at the bottom left of some gray pants that are made out of polyester. And it is kind of some stretchy material, and it's also, it doesn't rip quite as easily as some of the others. And this is what a lot of sports pants are made out of. This is what a lot of clothes that have polyester in them. And so that's what makes a lot of the clothes stretchy. And then at the bottom center, I have a picture of a boy who he's also wearing jeans because, like I said, jeans are versatile. You can use them for a lot of different outfits. But on top, he's wearing a blue t-shirt. And the blue t-shirt is made out of cotton. And cotton's a soft material. And a lot of your t-shirts are made out of cotton. I'm wearing a cotton jacket today. And it, a lot of times people like to wear cotton, especially in shirts. So now we're going to talk for a little bit about clothing maintenance. Do you guys know what maintenance means? Maintenance means taking care of things and making sure that that everything is properly cared for. So when you're putting clothes on, you need to do a check before you put them on. So even before you start getting dressed, you're going to want to check for smell. And I have a picture of a guy. This is in the center on the top. This man is wearing a green shirt. It's called a polo shirt. So the polo shirts are the kind that have buttons that start in about the middle of the chest, and the buttons go up to the neck, and then there's a collar usually. And he's wearing a green polo shirt, and he's got his arm lifted and his nose is turned towards his armpit. And he's got a clothespin on his nose so that he can't smell the smell coming from his armpit. Well, that is something to be aware of every time you get dressed. And before you put your clothes on, you might want to put deodorant on to make sure that your armpits don't get stinky during the day. And then smell your clothes. If you haven't washed them, because sometimes you can wear clothes for a little bit one day and then you take it off and put it away and then wear it the next day. But you want to make sure you smell it first and make sure that it smells good. The next thing that you need to do when you're putting clothes on is just check. Oh, and Donnie says that he puts deodorant on first thing in the morning, and that is such a great idea. I do that as well. I like to make sure that I smell good all day long because I don't know if any of you have ever experienced this. You're hanging out with someone and you notice that either you or they kind of smell kind of strong. And so to avoid that, you wear deodorant and you wear clean clothes. You want to check clothes to make sure that there aren't any stains or spills on them. On the right hand side of the screen, I have a picture of some laundry. It's a pile of white laundry on top of a washing machine. And the one piece of clothing that you see on top is it has some yellow stains on it. And so if your clothes have stains on them, you'll probably want to look and find a different shirt for that day or different clothes for that day. Now, there are some times when wearing clothes that have stains on them would be appropriate. Such as when I go camping, I wear my old clothes that already have stains. Because a lot of times when you go camping, you're going to get those clothes dirty anyway. And so if you have a favorite shirt that gets a stain, you don't necessarily have to throw it away. You can hold on to it for you could do it when you're working out in the yard, or if you're going to be going camping or doing something that's going to be dirty. Another thing that you need to be aware of is on your shirts that have buttons or even your pants with buttons, maybe do a quick check and make sure that all of the buttons are there. Because remember when I was talking about the button gap? Well, if you're missing a button, then that gap gets bigger and then people will see your underwear. And remember how I talked about you don't want people seeing your underwear? So make sure that you check and see that all of your buttons are on your clothes. Another thing to watch out for in your clothes is holes. And at the bottom left, I have a picture of a gray t-shirt and it has holes all over it. And if it was me and I had that shirt, I would throw that one away because that's going to be showing underwear. It shows people that you don't care how you look. So make sure you look for holes. And there are some holes that either you, if you know how to sew, or someone that you live with might know how to sew a little bit. You can take a needle and thread and sew up some little holes and continue to wear those clothes. But watch out for it so that you don't wear them before you get the holes fixed. Once you put your clothes on, there are some things to check. So once you've gone to your closet and you've smelled your clothes, you've made sure that all of the buttons are on, there aren't any holes in them. When you put your shirt on, make sure that the buttons are aligned. And aligned means that you have the right button lined up with the right buttonhole. And an easy way to do that is to start out at the top and feel where the top button and the top buttonhole are and do them. And then work your way down and make sure that you hit every buttonhole. Otherwise, when you put it on, it will look funny because one half of the collar will be up and probably hitting you on the neck, and the other part of the collar will be down, and it won't look quite right. So check and make sure that your buttons are lined up. And then the next one is you want to make sure that the seam of your clothes is on the inside. Now, the seam is where your clothes come together. So a shirt is made out of a t-shirt is made out of 4 pieces of material sewn together. And so where they are sewn together, that's the seam. And on one side, it lays flat and it just looks like a line in your clothes. But on the other side, there's some fabric that comes up. And you want to make sure that that part that has the fabric that comes up is on the inside, closest to your skin, because then you look like you care about how you're dressing. And then one thing to remember, and I think everybody has forgotten this at one point in their lives. Remember, after you're done using the restroom, you need to button your pants and zip them up. And because sometimes it can be embarrassing if you're walking around and you forgot to zip up your pants. But if you notice someone else has forgotten to zip up their pants or button them up, it's sometimes nice to pull them aside and say, your zipper's undone. So then they aren't embarrassed either. Donnie said that he's a sweatpants kind of person. And I am too. Especially when I'm working at home, I like to wear sweatpants because they're just very comfortable. But if you ever find that you have to wear pants that button up and zip up, remember to get them buttoned up after you get done using the restroom. Another thing to be aware of, and I have a picture. Oh, and Donnie says he likes to wear sweatshirts as well. Another picture here, it shows just the very top of the shirt where the collar is. And on the inside, you can see a tag. Now, the tag of a shirt has a few different reasons. It tells you what company has made that shirt. It also tells you what size the shirt is. And in some shirts, it will tell you how to wash it. Sometimes the tag on how to wash it is on the side, is in the side seam. So you want to make sure that that tag is on the inside. Well, there are also tags that they have started doing lately that they just print it onto the shirt and you can't feel it at all. And so when there are shirts like that, then you might need to ask someone for help, that maybe they could sew a tag into the shirt for you so that you know which side is inside and which side is the outside. There's also tags that you can make or get that you can sew to the inside of your shirt, that if you know Braille, you can get a tag that tells you what color the shirt is. It could tell you what pair of pants that shirt looks good with. And so if that's something you're interested in, you can ask someone around you to help you out with the tags. So when you take your clothes off, if your clothes are clean, you can rewear them. So if you've worn a shirt for part of the day and you get home and you take it off and you think that it's clean and it's not stinking, you can rewear it another day, but don't put it on the floor, because once your shirt or once any of your clothes hit the floor, then they're dirty. Because you all know what's on the floor? You've got dogs that run across the floor, your feet that have been outside walking in dirt walk on the floor. You you've got all sorts of things on the floor. So if you want to rewear something, you need to make sure that as soon as you take it off, you fold it and put it away. Donnie brings up a good point that you should wash it. And that's how I tend to be, that once I've worn something, I like to wash it. But there are certain items of my clothes that I try to wash as little as possible because it makes those clothes last longer. And so those clothes, you can fold them, or you can put them on a hanger and hang it up in your closet. You also will want to, and so on the bottom, I've got some pictures. On the bottom left, I've got a picture of a pile of clothes that have been folded and they're ready to be put away. In the middle, I have a picture that has a washing machine. It has two washing machines, actually three washing machines, as well as a laundry basket with a pile of clothes in it. I got put that there to represent doing your laundry. And then on the right, I have a picture of a shirt hanging on a hanger. So you'll want to make sure to do your laundry often. I don't know if you've ever had this experience where you have a favorite shirt or maybe some favorite pants and you want to wear them, but you can't because they're dirty. You've already worn them. Well, if you want to wear them again, then think about washing them and doing laundry, and make sure that you do it often so that you don't get a big old pile of laundry that is stacked up. Jennifer says that my mom sometimes tells me that I can't wear something because it's too wrinkled. And that's a good point. So wrinkles in clothing, it makes you look sloppy and it makes it look like you don't care about how you look. And so if your clothes are wrinkled, there's a few things that you can do. One thing that I like to do is that as soon as I pull my clothes out of the dryer, I hang them up. Because if you hang them up right away, they won't get wrinkled. Or if they already got wrinkled, then you can get an iron and iron those clothes. Donnie brought up a point that he doesn't do his own laundry, and some people don't. Some people have people to help them do their laundry, and that's fine. That's great. I do my own laundry, and I know a lot of people that do their own laundry as well. One thing that another way that you can avoid getting wrinkles is folding your clothes. And when you get done washing them, folding your clothes helps you so that your clothes don't get wrinkled. And so if you need help, again, you can ask someone that you live with, either friends or family, to help you with laundry. And then I also I'd like to talk about if you're not sure what to wear. So a lot of times, if you're going to be going somewhere, you might not know what kind of clothes you should wear to this thing. So ask a friend or a family member. And one thing that I really like to do is that if I'm going to go to a new restaurant with a friend and I've never been there and I'm not sure how I'm supposed to dress, I'll ask my friend, what are you going to wear? And I get my friend's opinion about what to wear so that then I can wear an outfit that's similar, so that we can both be wearing appropriate outfits. And then one thing that you can do once you get dressed is you can ask them, do I look all right? Oh, and Donnie says you can't go to restaurants with COVID. And that depends on what part of the country you're living in. But where you live right now, I'm guessing that restaurants are closed down, and you're right, you can't go to restaurants with COVID. So then when you're doing the final check is you've got all of your clothes on, you're ready to leave the house. One thing to think about is to make sure that you sit down in those clothes and stand up, because sometimes when you're standing up, the clothes feel like they fit really well. But then when you sit down, they become tight and uncomfortable. Or maybe when you sit down, your dress or your skirt pulls up, or your pants pull down in the back. And so sit down before you before you decide to leave the house, because there may be something that you didn't know about your clothes beforehand. Okay, and that was all that I have today about dressing for success. And I have had so much fun with all of you today. And thank you for letting me come.
Well, we are happy, Rose, to have you here. We are also thank you to all of our friends that were in the chat window talking with us today and kind of sharing things that you know about clothing and what to wear, what not to wear, and maybe reasons why you choose not to wear certain things. So this is our last virtual Excel Academy for the week, but we hope that you will come back next week. We have a girls' day and then we have a boys' day. So next Tuesday, it's just for girls, and we would love to have you come. And then on Wednesday, we have man camp, lots of things to learn. And then we will round things up, wrap it up on Thursday with writing with our imagination. Sounds very creative. So hopefully you won't miss out and you will come back on and join the learning. And again, Rose, thank you. And to all of our students who joined us, thank you. And we hope to see you again soon.